Peace.
Peace.
Life and death and love and birth and peace and war on the planet Earth.
Are you ready for me? Plug in. Make sure you plug in. Okay, yep. Plugged in. Yo everyone, welcome back to the Feepin' Pod. Today we'll be talking about the finale of the Amazing Digital Circus.
Episode 5. Continue.
Yeah. Episode 9.
No, this is episode 5.
Ah, okay.
You kind of got to tell them. That's my thing. I thought you meant the digital circus. On your out podcast. Okay, hold feet. Let's restart.
Okay.
Yo everyone, welcome back to the Feepin' Pod. And today we'll be talking about none other than the Amazing Digital Circus. And this is obviously episode 5. And honestly, we've been wanting to talk about this for a while now, since the show has been out for a few years, and it's finally come to its end on YouTube. So we'll just be talking about a few different things. Personally, I thought the ending was pretty solid. Not perfect, but it did a pretty good job of wrapping up the story, I felt. And it gave most of the characters a pretty satisfying conclusion.
Yeah.
And what's interesting though is I've actually seen, and you've probably seen this too, a decent amount of backlash against
Indeed.
the final. And now not everyone hated it, but a lot of people stated that they felt it was very underwhelming and it just didn't meet their expectations that they built up for themselves over the years. So so in this episode I'm going to break down what I liked, what we didn't like, the characters and the ending, of course, and our overall thoughts on the series. But first, let's quickly talk about what actually happened in the finale. So, okay, so first, we'll do a quick recap of the last episode, which was more like a movie.
Yeah.
Which we both watched.
Yes.
Okay. So before we give our full opinion, let's just quickly go over what happened in the finale. Obviously, spoilers ahead. Expect spoilers.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna break down.
Also on YouTube.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Most of you should have already seen it anyway.
We're assuming if you're watching this, you've already seen it.
Yeah.
We're not gonna break down every single scene, obviously, but we're just basically gonna say that the final wraps up the main story and focuses heavily on the characters and their relationships. We get some answers, we get some emotional moments, and we also get to see where things end up for everyone after everything that they've been through together. But the main thing that stood out, well, for me anyway, is that it's less about big twists and just more about character closure and how everyone is dealing with their own situation. And with that out of the way, let's get into what we actually thought about it. So, first things first, discussion about Jax, our favourite character. The Purple Raven.
I never really liked Jax, personally, to be honest, but I know a lot of people do. And
a lot of people, a lot of gooners.
Yeah. I thought that and I think you were saying this too, his ending was sort of good for him.
Yeah.
Because of his character, he pushed everyone away constantly.
Yep. Well, yeah, the biggest controversy from the finale is Jax himself. So a lot of people weren't happy that he abstracted and that he stayed abstracted and wasn't brought back through the power of friendship. As I must admit, I expected that to happen.
Yeah.
And that's what it felt like it was leading up to. So yeah, a lot of people weren't happy about that. And I think what really upset them, which is kind of fair enough, is that the suddenness of it. He was on screen and then he just off-screen abstracted. So it's fair enough for most people to not take that well. But personally,
it's pretty brutal.
Yeah, pretty brutal. And I think that's the good thing about it. It was effective.
Yeah, because the show's psychological. Very psychological. And I thought it fitted the show well. It's not like a kiddie show, you know. Like,
yes.
Obviously, visually, it looks like it. But, like, yeah, the ending was low-key valid. His ending, I guess. And they had to kill someone.
Yeah.
Like, or not kill, but, you know.
And Jax is obviously a core character that people expected I guess they just expected any other ending. But obviously they're disappointed.
A fair point, though, that was brought up was that, for me, I watched TADC in, like, one sitting just recently. And obviously there's a lot of people that have been watching for years, or whatever, however long, and super fans and know all the little details and stuff.
Gooners.
And yeah, gooners, Discord mods, whatever. And obviously they'd have a deeper connection, I guess, and I guess they're mad.
Yeah, well, especially if that's their favourite character.
Yeah, I guess they have a deeper connection to the character, so in a way, I can see how you could dislike it, but from a general perspective, I think it was fine. I think it was a good ending.
I think it's 50-50. You either like it or you don't.
Yeah.
And we liked it, so. And I watched it over the years, and I still liked it. So, yeah. It's up to you, really, how you take it. Depends on your connection of the characters, as that happens for all movies anyway. But yeah, there's also, speaking about the controversy, there's that moment where Pomni, everyone's favourite, goes into Jax's abstracted mind, and then obviously gets a moment to talk to him, and that's probably the first time we see him take off his mask and be real with himself and with Pomni. And like I said, I thought it was going to go the typical route, where she just pulls him, somehow figures out how to break him free from the abstracted state. But that doesn't happen. And instead we get a more honest conversation where Jax opens up, but he stays abstracted. And that's where I think the fan base actually splits, because a lot of people wanted a happy ending for him, and in their eyes, he didn't get it. But I think that unpredictability is what makes it a harder hitting ending. If you agree with that.
Yeah. He had, like, trauma of the real world as well, didn't he?
Yeah, it was giving the vibe that he wouldn't want to go back.
Yeah, so I feel like if you don't like that he didn't go back, you should just look at that and think, like, it was probably better off for him. Because he didn't really seem like he wanted to be.
Yeah, like the circus was a place where he could just, I don't know, pretend to be something else.
Yeah.
Which may not have been good for him, but I guess it was a temporary solution for him. And yeah, it's kind of tragic, but it also gives you a fitting. It's kind of fitting because depending on how you look at it, really. Yeah, it's bittersweet because people say, oh, he's abstracted and that's like a bad ending. But if you think about it, he's reunited with the other ones that have abstracted, which were his original friends from the start. So you either see it as he's lost forever or he's reunited. Yeah. So it's up to you. And that's why I don't think it's all too bad.
Yeah. I was thinking that too.
Yeah. Because it's like, sure, he's not with the present crew now.
Yeah, but he was sad about them.
Yeah.
So it's like...
So it's not all a loss.
Yeah.
It's probably the best thing for him because he found peace.
Yeah.
And that's probably the deeper message there. It's probably better for him. Moving on to the discussion of Kane, everyone's favourite mouth with teeth.
That's my favourite character.
Yeah.
And I've seen, like, haters on him, but, like, I like his character. I thought he was funny.
I feel like if you hate on Kane, you just don't really understand because when you're an AI, you kind of just
Yeah, I think his character was like, was necessary. Like everything he did was it all made sense.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, so another thing I actually liked was was Kane's ending. Not that he died, we found out. But yeah, he came back and he returned, but not the same. And at first, I honestly thought that he was just going to be deleted permanently. I thought that's what they were going for.
Yeah,
And
same.
I'm glad it wasn't the
That
case.
was that part made me sad as well, and that would have been good as well. But I do like that they brought him back, reconciled, thought about his actions, all that. It was good.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people would have actually preferred he stayed deleted, but those are the haters. But instead he came back, and it was good because I'm actually glad they didn't delete him. Because we got small glimpses into his past, especially that internal conflict inside him where he battles with the blue AI. And obviously we don't get much insight into what actually happened with that. But we can guess that it's obviously another AI that's kind of hitchhiked inside him.
Yeah.
And he's finally learned to let it go, as we saw. And that was character development. Because at the end of the day, he's an AI. But even he began to learn and understand that you need to change in order to, I don't know, make things work.
Yeah.
It wasn't working with the other characters. They weren't liking him. He didn't understand why. And yeah, that's a good message because I feel like a lot of people, like extroverts, they might have that problem where the group just can't stand them.
Yeah, his constant need to like make people feel or like him, I guess, or like I forgot what the word is, but it's like an actual thing, and constantly
prove
have everything, prove, be perfect, basically control everything around him, so then people like him.
He's very much a control freak. That's a good reference to the real world because some people try and control the situations and then they don't understand why no one's happy. So yeah, it's a good character.
And they did good highlighting that part with the moon scene.
Oh yeah.
Where he's talking to the moon, because it showed like, even though he didn't code the moon to like him, love him, that scene was good for him because obviously he wants everyone to like him. He controls everything,
and it shows he was beginning to understand.
Yeah, that it's not forced.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
That it can come naturally to you.
So yeah, that was good. And what I like is that he doesn't win by destroying the blue AI, going back to the AI part. He doesn't destroy it, but he says goodbye, accepts that he needs to let it go, and then he lets it go.
Yeah.
Which is a great scene, because it could have easily just showed him doing anything else, but he just calmly let it go. And that is the definition of character development for me. Especially for a character who's always like raging and stuff, and
Yeah.
So it shows he understands finally.
And he deletes heaps of people like that.
Yeah.
Like he
Like there's no consequence in his mind.
Yeah.
Because he just can't grasp what it.
He's kind of changed
in
that moment.
Exactly. Now moving on to our favourite characters in general. And obviously Kane is one of them for both of us.
I like Kane.
But yeah, I like Kane as well. It's great. Anyone else for you?
Oh, you like
Yeah, I got two. You don't like anyone else?
Oh, Pomni.
Oh, great. Yeah, so I got two favourites. And it's kind of funny because they're complete opposites.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
So I like Kane, obviously, and Kinga, which I feel like a lot of people expect. Yeah, so Kinga at first, for for everyone. You know, he seems like a crazy idiot, stupid chess piece who literally just doesn't contribute anything. But as the show goes on, and you realize he's in a mental state that requires darkness for him to actually lock in and awaken his true, I don't know, awareness, I guess. You realize that he's actually been through a lot, and that's what I like, because the guy that everyone saw as just, I don't know, what's the word when you hold everyone back, like a
like a nuisance.
Yeah, nuisance.
Burden.
But then in their darkest times, when they're about to give up, he's the one that actually gets them through their challenges, because he's in a good state of mind, and he ends up being the wisest. So I like that twist, that the guy they didn't expect to actually do anything ends up being the guy that probably got them through most of the show itself, without abstracting, keeping them sane, which is ironic because he's the crazy one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that. And he himself has lost his own wife. And yeah, so he's seen others abstract. But despite all that, he still has his moments of wisdom and kindness, and that really stands out. And obviously Kane is just Kane.
Yeah.
And you gotta love him. Yep. That's for me anyway. It'll be those two. And Pomni. Yeah, so going back to the backlash. Why the backlash? And unanswered questions is probably the backlash reason.
Yeah, why is there backlash? Like, I've seen a lot of backlash. Is it just the Jax? Is it the whole Jax thing?
Besides not accepting, like, you just gotta accept Jax moved on. So besides that, the other main controversy is that there were a lot of unanswered questions.
Oh, about the
law, about the circus, everything in general. But for me, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because we don't need answers for everything to the point we know everything and nothing's a mystery anymore.
Well, from the get-go, it was kind of like it goes straight into it.
Yeah.
And you don't get heaps of context.
Exactly.
It's kind of good that way.
And that's why it's good in its own way.
Yeah.
You don't know what's happening.
But yet we like know. Like we get it along the way, so it's like we get the concept of everything.
Yep. And the biggest one being for backlash is characters like Scratch, so obviously the first abstraction, and mentions of the original circus members who were there way before Pomni, obviously, and everyone else. And I suppose people were upset that it was building up to their story and then they just didn't touch on it. And like I said, I understand why people are disappointed, because obviously we've been watching for ages. It feels like the show was building up to explaining all of that for you, at least their characters. But like I said, personally, I don't see it as a bad thing, because you've got to remember, at the end of the day, we're following Pomni's story.
Yeah.
And her story doesn't necessarily go back to those characters.
They were sort of explaining the actual characters using them though as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they were just like a part of
like you get
their character.
Yeah.
Yeah, the main characters that we know. They're sort of explaining their, I guess, backstory or trauma or whatever.
And that's a good thing, because you don't know everyone's story, but you can guess, because it leaves it open for interpretation.
Do you think they'd like think of making a like spin-off or something about older characters or later characters?
Who knows?
I would hope not. I think that's a good way to end it.
And not everything. That's kind of the point. Is not everything needs.
Yeah, I like how it was only short.
Yeah.
I like that. I prefer it that way.
Because what happens is people, they start seeing how successful their project is, and then they just keep going and making more and more. And then the story is just not
cash grab.
Yeah, cash grab. There's no actual passion.
Yeah.
So it's good.
See, with the short one, there's passion, there's ideas they have.
And a lot happened.
Yeah. And that was the idea. That was the story they wanted to do.
And they stuck with it.
Yeah.
And they did it.
So if they want to make another one, it's pretty obvious it'd be like a cash grab.
Yeah.
Type thing.
And like I said, with everyone being upset that they didn't get all the lore and all the backstory, or the gooners who want the lore and detail,
Yeah.
Which destroys the fan base in the end, because you got nothing more to wonder about because you know everything. And I think it's good because the reason why they didn't show us that is that it gives room for theories, imagination, discussion like we are right now. And instead of explaining everything step by step, we get a sense of mystery.
If they wanted to know more lore or something about certain characters, I'm sure they'll like make like books or something.
Yeah,
right?
there's always something, and the creator can just literally just
Yeah,
just
what's
say it. They do it all
those
the time.
events and
Yeah,
stuff.
Just
they
ask a
answer
question, I'll
questions,
tell you. But you don't need to make a whole thing about it. Just leave it up to your mind
Yeah.
to interpret it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because sometimes the mystery itself is what makes the world more interesting. That is my take.
We have a good idea of what it is anyway. Like,
yeah,
I think it's fine.
And just remember, it's Pomni's story because we started with her and we followed it through with her.
Yep.
Yeah. So now we're gonna discuss the deeper meanings and themes throughout the show. And I'd like to start by saying the Amazing Digital Circus is a lot deeper than most people realize.
Yeah. From general view, it doesn't look deep at all. It looks like just some kiddie animation thing.
And you
like
probably think that from just watching episode 1 too.
Yeah.
You just go, oh yeah.
You don't realize how deep it actually is. Like from an outward perspective. Like haven't watched the show at all. Just seen clips or whatever on TikTok.
Yeah.
But it really is.
Yeah, because on the surface, it looks like a chaotic, weird, goofy show. But underneath, obviously, when you watch through it, there are those moments that just have really strong themes. And one of the biggest ones is identity and losing yourself. And obviously, that was like a key theme throughout the show.
Yeah,
With
definitely.
abstracting.
Yeah.
Yep. And you see it with characters like Kinga, for example, as we talked about, with his mental state. You also see it through everyone trying to hold on to who they are.
Yeah.
But you can just, at times, they're just going to lose it.
Yeah. Obviously Kane. Which we already touched up on.
Yeah. And then there's obviously abstraction, which feels like a really strong metaphor for people that are reaching their limit and they feel isolated or like no one can help them with their answers.
Yeah.
And so obviously they go the dark route where they don't reach out for help.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
So yeah. It trusts... Yeah.
Oh, and it also showed the positive side as well with, I think, with revealing like their human selves when King shows them.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah.
And
For
I
their
like that
identity.
too. Like, it wasn't even them. It was just like a code of their conscious or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So they can't actually leave. They're a copy. They're not even the real people. But they accepted that and they moved on.
Yeah.
Which is the overall message that people miss.
And they were happy. And their sense of identity.
Yes.
Like seeing their real selves. I thought that was a good scene. And a good ending. Good way to end it.
Exactly. So yeah, the final verdict. Overall, I think the Amazing Digital Circus is pretty amazing. And it goes deeper than most people give credit for.
People see it and hate on it because of the fan base mostly.
Yeah.
And their perceived, like what they think
They just miss the point.
about it. They miss the point. They don't understand the deeper meaning to it. Yeah. Don't give it a chance, basically.
Yeah, they don't. They need to accept it themselves. They need to do what the characters are literally trying to portray and accept that that's the show and nothing goes to plan And that's kind of the whole point of the finale, is nothing went the way you really thought it would go. And so you as a viewer kind of need to accept that as well. I like to abstract.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's basically what it's about.
So yeah, that's what makes it interesting. Got characters obviously dealing with identity, loss, isolation. But the main theme is trying to move forward in a situation you can't escape from. Which is the circus, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall
rating?
I'd say 8 or a 9 out of the 2.
Yeah.
Probably 9 out of 10.
I'd say 9.
Yeah.
But
maybe I would say
recency bias, but 9.
Yeah.
I'd say 9. Yeah. I'd say also rage bait clip, but actual better ending than The Boys finale.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Stranger Things better than Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Overall, do you think it's a better show than Stranger Things?
It's kind of hard to say because it completely
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought of it when I said that.
It's like,
and better than I don't know, like Squid Game or something.
yeah, well,
So I reckon.
you're choosing like bad examples.
Yeah, it was one of the better endings. Is what I was trying to get
put
at.
it this way: they knew when to stop. They weren't greedy with it, with pushing it, content-wise.
They just, I feel
taking
like
a story that led nowhere.
I just feel like they played their cards well. Did it?
Yeah, absolutely. And actually made more money at the, at the movies than Mandalorian and Grogu, which was a cash grab. Whether you loved it or not, you must admit it was a cash grab. So
Yeah,
says a lot.
Definitely.
But yeah, probably the most impressive thing for me is what it manages to portray in such a small amount of episodes.
Yeah.
So yeah, for that 9 out of 10.
Same. 9 out of 10.
Well, that's the digital circus.
TADC, that's our episode also for today.
And comment if you disagree heavily, as usual, with
Comment.
anything we said.
Yeah, I'd like to address, we've been having a lot of hate comments recently. You guys just hate us.
I wonder why.
You guys just hate us.
Shout out to Teratu with his comment that he's going to have
constant
as soon
comment.
as we upload.
Oh yeah, guys just hate us. Can't have opinion nowadays. Anyways.
Yeah.
Cheerio.
Cheerio, chaps.
Pumney.
How do I end this, Flip?